Okay, box 9, I guess. This is the MP box. MP box. Not MT, MP. Although this does say BEF, and then it has a bunch of titles that begin with C. I don't know. Oh, neat. So like I said, it seems like forever ago, but probably a couple hours ago when I started doing these videos. When I went and picked this stuff up, I kind of flipped through the boxes just to kind of get an idea. I'm like, oh, okay, there's a bunch of Batman. Ooh, nice. I think I knew that was in there. You know, here's a bunch of Gru. I knew there's Gru. I knew there's Judge Dredd and stuff like that. I didn't know everything. I didn't know that Conan was in there. I didn't know those adult books were in there. I didn't know that Barbie #1 still in the original package was in there. God.
And Spider-Man's.
And Spider-Man. I did not know the Spider-Man 300s were in there. It wouldn't have changed my offer because I didn't make the offer. I paid him, you know. He's like, well, what are you thinking? I'm like, I'd give you at least $1,000 for it. And he went, no, I'm thinking this. And then I made a counter offer and he said, no, I need this. And I went, okay. Because I've known the guy for, like I said, 35 years and, you know, roughly 35 years. Yeah, okay, 36, 7, 8 years, whatever. Long ass time. Freak Brothers. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, when he called me up and asked if I wanted to buy his stuff, and I said sure. And then
yeah, show that to Tim.
He said, yeah, geez, another guy who used to own a comic store here in Saginaw was just in, and he was talking about the Freak Brothers for some reason. I don't know how it came up, but yeah, something blah blah something. Oh yeah, what's his name? Sheldon, Gilbert Sheldon, Freak Brothers. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. So that's kind of cool. Like the old Undergrounds, like the early Undergrounds, was kind of cool. Well, there's a number 1. I think that's number 1. He had a $1.50 on it. Well, it's Further Adventures of the Freak Brothers, so it's not a number 1, but Collected Adventures of the Freak Brothers. I don't know. Kind of a neat little run of Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers, though, so that's kind of cool. Very cool, actually. Not even kind of cool. Okay, so we got some Flash, more Flash number 1s. X-Mutants. I never read that. That was like really early Ron Lim. His first work was probably in there. You know, Ron Lim, who does all the Silver Surfer variants. He does all these variant covers for Marvel anymore. I don't know if he does interior stuff, but this is early Ron Lim.
I pulled like one of those out of Ollie's pack.
Did you really?
Yeah.
An X-Mutants number 1?
Not a number 1, but X-Mutants.
And X-Mutants. There's a bunch of Excaliburs. Elvira, House of Mystery. Some Elf Lord. And Elf Lord was cool back in the day. I liked Elf Lord. And then he did a series called Sapphire, which was basically an adult version of Elf Lord. This is kind of a classic Dave Stevens cover, this DNA Agents. Sweet. Dave Stevens cover. Detective. All this Mud Pack stuff. Detective 600s. Those are pretty... Oh. I saw these when I came. Yeah, I know these are in here because there's one missing. So he's got the McFarlane covers, you know, on the year 2. It's nothing. Oh, is it on the back? No, it's the same one. Oh, okay. So he's got part 1, part 3, and part 2. No part 4. That's a nice little almost set, and I know that those go for a couple of bucks. Can't complain. Punisher, this series. A couple number 1s. Pope John Paul. These I saw. I didn't look and see how much stuff was in there, but so this is cool, in my opinion. If it's not your cup of tea, then it's not. But so it's a reprint. This is not Bizarre. This is a reprint of Bizarre Sex number 9. Because they're like $2. But this is, and obviously because he has like 5 of them. No, I have 5 of them. Bizarre Sex number 9 was the first appearance of Omaha the Cat Dancer. Who's this kitty cat right here. So this is a reprint of that book by Kitchen Sink. Really, really nice shape though. And then these aren't first prints either, but they may be getting graded. I was on a 9.8 on this. I'd like a 9.8 first print, but come on. Some Omaha number 1s. Never thought I would own 15 copies of Omaha #1. But now I do. And a #8. So that's kind of cool. I don't know what printing those are, second, third prints. Oh, jeez. So here's a Bizarre Sex #5. And it's got boobies on it, but it's Corbin.
Give me one of those Omahas.
Corbin's awesome. For why? The #1s?
Yeah.
Noid 3D, we got that. Nightcrawler, yeah, Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Some New Mutants. New Mutants #1. Namer #1. The Nam #1. A few of those. Got some Mr. Monster, Mr. X.
Well, there's
Some Miracle Man. Miracle Man #1. I don't know if there's a set or not. It doesn't look like a set. Miracle Man 3D. That's kind of cool. That'll be going home with me. Miami Mice. Mark Bode. I could do a whole video on Bode stuff too. I have a sketch of Catwoman from him also that I got 100 years ago. Megaton Man. Some early Marvel fanfare, some early Marvel Age. Marvel Age, remember that? Pre-internet, this is how we got our information on like what was coming out in 2 or 3 months from various publishers. And then some Married with Children, a couple Married with Children #1s, and a Machine Man set, which this was hot for about a couple years ago because it's first appearance of somebody. Iron Man. Oh, geez, okay. So it's not really that one pack is not a bunch of Omaha #1s. It's a 1 through 6.
I think they call this a second printing because.
Oh, this is the same way. Dang, I don't own 15 copies of Omaha #1 because
the first printing is the other.
Well, first one is Steel Dragon.
Right. So this is 2, and if it's got the 250 cover,
And then
it's the third printing.
2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, well, balls. Okay, so it's not a bunch of Omaha #1s. It's a couple. It's like two. It's like 2 sets of 1 through 6.
Unfortunately, there's sets, and you know how Scott doesn't like sets.
I love sets, but well, I mean, it's the first 6 issues. It's not a full set.
Right.
All right, so there's that. Well, I'm
There you go.
gonna just jump into the next box because there wasn't a whole lot in that box except for the cool Omahas and stuff. So I'm just going to, because this box is like half empty. So we're just going to skip ahead and do box number 10, long box number 10. Oh yeah, there's like nothing really in here. I can see. Was X-Men Annual 15 anything? Or 14 was. Bunch of those. No big. Oh, come on. Bunch of holographic covers. Some more Gru. Another Gru #2. Cyberforce, X-Men. Gru, Eternal Warrior, Bloodshot.
X-Force 6 sold for $14.50.
X-Force #2, second appearance of Deadpool. No New Mutants 98 though. Some Cyberforce. Yeah, really, nothing I'm gonna pull out of there. Well, this is kind of cool. Could be a little cooler. Okay, so here's this box. Got a Power Pack 31, but also an Amazing Spider-Man #19. Only really faded. It's pretty faded, but it looks complete. Cover's tight. Centerfold's real tight. Oh, couldn't have been a 13 or 15, but That's, at one point, you could have got that for $15.50.
$400 raw.
For what grade?
It just
Oh, just like near mint.
raw.
Yeah.
You know.
So, man, that might be another Hyundai. I don't know. I think that's that for this box. I think there's nothing really. Oh, too bad this doesn't have. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe it does. Okay, so guy was not crazy. Not too crazy anyway. He's kind of crazy. So here's a case, right? And this was 25 copies of Killing Joke, right? And I'm going, what's in here? This ain't no Killing Jokes, right? Nah, it's Marvel Comics Ace Edition and some more Gru, some more X-Men 15s, X-Men Annual 15. But another PC Gru 1, a Dark Horse Gru 1, PC 754321, another set of PC Grus, maybe not number 8.
Yeah, I think so.
This book, I mean, just recently, and like by far the newest book in here. It's Scar, Son of Hulk #1. This is like 2008. I don't even know why this book is in here. I don't even know how it would have got in here because like nothing in here is newer than 1990 or whatever. But oh, so that's where that counter dump is from. I have this counter dump, but I didn't know what it was from, and unfortunately these were not bagged and boarded, so I don't know. But here is Killing Joke #1 first prints. 10 copy. He weren't lying. He said there was 10 copies of Killing Joke #1 in there, and their first print. We found the other 4 or 5 already. They're a little yellowed on the top, which I don't know is what is going to do to the grade, but they've never been cracked. Like the spine has never been touched on these. So it came with this awesome Batman counter dump. I have one of these somewhere, and I just never knew where it came from. I thought it was a promotional thing. Apparently, it came in their case of Killing Joke. Here was here's freaking 10 copies of Killing Joke #1 that never been until now, never been touched, never been opened.
Scar, that's the Carlo
Neat.
Pagliuca variant.
Yep,
15.
like $15. Just random Scar, Son of Hulk. I don't understand that. I'm much more interested in the Killing Joke #1s. Okay, so that's that box. I think I got a couple, 3 or 4 short boxes. Maybe we'll knock through those, and then there's a couple other kind of cool things, and then we'll call it a series, a mini series.
Yeah.
All right.